Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at using the color-coded threshold in our multiple choice question as well as our questionnaires as a whole. So the first thing we're going to do is head over to our exercise database and we're going to pull up our questions. I'm going to select from our multiple choice question. Now this is a new input style option. We also have a new yes and no question feature as well. So I'm going to hit this edit button so you can see how this question was formatted. So the question is, how many ounces of water did you drink? We have our abbreviation for our reporting purposes, and we have our multiple choice input type selected. We've left this box here blank because this question is pretty self-explanatory. However, if you wanted to include more detail to help your athletes better understand how to answer that question, you can do so right here. Below, you'll see we have our 3 response labels. If I wanted to add another response label to this question, I would simply hit this plus sign button right here, and that would allow me to add a 4th option. For this question, we have our 3 answers, and then we have a numerical weight that we have assigned to each answer. This numerical weight is strictly for reporting purposes and will allow you to create totals as well as averages over a period of time for your athletes or your groups. You do have the option to leave this blank, in which case the answer that the athlete responds with will be the only thing that appears in the report. Over here, we also have our color coding system. You can select from red, yellow, and green. So for this answer, I've selected red because less than 20% is less than optimal. I've gone ahead and put yellow here because 20 to 60 ounces is a nice sweet spot for the athletes to hit. And then green right here for more than 60 ounces because anything 60 ounces or more is excellent. So we would hit submit and our question is ready to go. From there, we're going to take a look at our questionnaires. And we're going to pull up our water intake questionnaire. So as you can see, I have my question already selected. If I wanted to add any more questions to this questionnaire, I can simply hit this plus button right here. Over here, we have our display total value, which has been selected again for our reporting purposes once the athlete completes the questionnaire. I've also gone ahead and enabled our reporting threshold. This threshold works similarly to the individual question threshold, where I have set my lower threshold as well as my upper threshold for this specific question. I can also go ahead and invert that threshold if that lower number is my preferred value. So now that this questionnaire is all set, we're going to head over to our report. So now inside of our reporting system, we're going to select questionnaire, and we can choose from the entire questionnaire or an individual question. We're going to stick with our questionnaire and we're going to type in water intake. We can also select from athlete group or calendar. For this report, we're going to run the baseball calendar. We want to make sure that we have our total as well as our range averages selected so we can see all of that information on the report. And then we're going to run the report for today. But we do have the option of selecting today, a single date, or running a custom range date. We'll run our report, and as you can see, we have each of our responses from our athletes. We can see where the multiple choice label provides the answer as well as the color code for that. And then we can see the average for the individual as well as for the team down below. And this is how you're able to understand the color coding system and threshold for our multiple choice questions as well as our questionnaires. It is important to note that the color code option is only available on gold subscriptions or higher. So any subscription can run a questionnaire report. However, gold or higher are the only ones that can use this color code threshold.